Adol would definitely be the big brother that's like, whoa, man, take it easy. Like, you're gonna get hurt. Just calm down. And Link would be like, never! And, like, snowboarding on, like, the skulls of his enemies. Like,
Adol would wreck the ship. Link would be like, I can fix this.
I know!
He just puts the pieces together, and we're sailing! It's happening.
It's fine.
We're finally here.
I'm so excited.
Oh yeah, we're doing a playthrough of basically our favorite video game.
Yes.
Falcom. So I'm a big fan of this series, and you were a little skeptical the first time you saw this, but it won you over.
It did.
And stole your heart.
It did. I was mainly like...
VIII Lacrimosa of Dana.
Yes. So good. Well, I was skeptical, A, because of the costuming, like always.
Mm-hmm.
And then by the time I met the characters, I was just like, I love everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I didn't even see the costumes anymore. And it kind of helped ease me off some other games where the costuming isn't.
Helped ease you off.
It helped ease me off. We need to do a counter on how many ease jokes we make.
Well, maybe we should.
But, like, it helped me not be as critical for other games where they might have more scandalous costuming.
So this was a game that was a birthday gift from my cousin. And I was just like, oh, I'm a big fan of the Yi series. I loved Yi 7. I'm going to love this one as well. And I played for a few hours, and you were just like, And then you played for a bit, took off, and I was like, okay, I won't play this one so you can actually experience a game for yourself. Because you were really liking it. And this was at the point when you were kind of iffy on most games.
Well,
like, you really liked Link's Awakening.
I loved Link's Awakening. I really enjoyed Trials of Mana, but I couldn't...
get into the last story.
Yeah. I couldn't get into the last story. I couldn't finish Yoshi's Woolly World. Like, I was just really struggling to, like, get into the game. Like, with the other two that I really enjoyed, I would, like, come home and play without you being home.
Yes.
Whereas the other ones, I'm like, oh, well, he's home, he's working, so I'll go play a game.
Yep.
But I, like, didn't want to put this one down.
I'm having the same problem. So right now, you've beaten the game.
Yes.
I've only played for a couple hours, so this is me restarting another playthrough because it was so long since I played the last time. I was just like, I might as well just start over.
Yeah.
And do a recorded run. So I've only played for a couple hours, but I will say my recording session was hard to stop.
Yeah.
The game just hooks you and, like, you just keep going.
And it's so fluid. There's no, like, oh, this is a good point to stop. You know, it's... I don't remember if there was actual voice work here. Okay. We're going to try not to talk over them.
Keyword is try. Ah, Doki.
Wouldn't believe how suffocating it gets in the cargo hold. Gotta say, that uniform looks pretty good on you. Awfully nice of them to let us hitch a ride to Arisia in exchange for work. They got me moving cargo around and you helping out as a sailor on this voyage. And they're even paying and feeding us too. Pretty sweet deal if you ask me.
So Adol is a bit of a silent protagonist.
Yes.
He says a couple phrases, but for the most part, he's up to the player.
He looks intimidating.
Which I really enjoy, because even either of his responses give you, like,
thanks to him, we'll be able
a
to
lot
hit the
of
next stop on our
personality.
journey once we dock.
But it also affects
sad we
relations
gotta
with
say goodbye to
characters.
Sandy.
Yes.
Because there's, I believe, affinity chart
But there's no
that
time
will
to be
go
moping
into more
when adventure's
in a
waiting
little
for
bit.
us. I'm looking forward to it, buddy.
So here we go. Prologue. Night on the Gate Sea. So the funny thing about the Yi series is it has, like, just wrong enough words for actual places. Like Africa is spelled A-F-R-O-C-A. Roman is R-O-M-U-N.
Yeah.
So it's like a
they're
fancy
pronounced
version
the same,
of the real
but
world.
they're spelled different.
Because the Yi series is a fancy version of the Age of Explorers.
Yeah.
That's basically what it's all about. And Adol is the true-blooded adventurer. See? Along the coast of Africa.
Whoa. Are you guys voyaging to Altago?
Ah, Cathy. You bet we are. Adol has always been looking for a way to get to Altago.
Unbelievable. You do know about the conflict between the Kingdom of Altago and the Roman Empire, don't you? Roman Navy vessels are pretty much the only ships that can enter that region of the sea. I heard that you're an adventurer. That just seems reckless.
Yeah, well, there's never a dull moment when I'm tagging along with this guy. Adol can't walk more than 3 steps without stepping in some kind of adventure. What do you say, Cathy? You like tagging along too?
Thanks, but I'll pass. Anyway, you two.
You don't have a
time's
choice,
almost
Cathy.
over.
You met Adol. You're part of the adventure.
I know, right?
Back on the clock already, huh? No problem. I'll head down right now. Catch you later, Adol.
Walk this way.
No, Dogi can handle the rest of the work on his own. Please go see Captain Barbaros. He told me to send you to his quarters once your job was finished. The captain's quarters can be found at the quarterdeck, near the stern of
Okay,
the ship.
so now we're going to get ourselves familiar with the Lombardia and Captain Barbaros.
Hello, Capitan.
Alright, so we're going to get ourselves familiar with the controls as well. And this was my first hurdle. There's a lot of controls, and they're similar but different buttons to Trials of Mana. So I was very much a victim, especially the first time playing, of hitting the button that works for Trials of Mana that does something different here. So it's just like you press this button to dash, and that's how you dodge enemies. But here, that is how you switch characters.
Yeah.
And it just reminds me of that old joke, suddenly your man is wandering around the battlefield for no good reason.
Yeah.
Because they put crouch in different buttons, and you get panicked, and suddenly your man is wandering around the battlefield for no good reason.
Well, because you would, like, laugh because you hear me switch characters, because every time you switch your character, it goes, switch!
Yeah,
Switch!
Adol goes, switch! Loxia goes, alright!
And you'd be like, what are you doing in there? I'm hitting the wrong button!
Well, especially when I heard the boss leave, I just hear, switch! Alright, here we go! Alright! I'm like, pick a choice and fight the boss! The bosses. This game has fantastic bosses. Just you wait.
Yeah. The music.
The music. See, I knew going in that, like, Yeez had fantastic music.
This was, like, my first...
Now, granted, I ramped it up the wrong way. I said, Yeez has death metal. It's awesome.
You were like,
well...
it has metal music. It's so cool. And I was just like,
yeah, you're like,
it's cool.
It's good, not metal.
Yeah. I mean, it could be considered, like, maybe a soft metal, but definitely not death metal.
Okay.
I just realized his front piece of hair looks like bacon.
It does look like a slab of bacon. Bacon strips. Adventures don't know it's not bacon. Should I play stupid? After all, I'm familiar with this game.
Impressive. The Gated Sea is home to many islands, as you're no doubt aware.
But this also continues our trend of island video games. This
Yeah.
is very similar, but different from Link's Awakening.
Yeah.
But the Isle of Seiren has a particularly fearsome reputation. For you see, every ship that approaches the island sinks by some mysterious happenstance.
Now, if you're a Yeez connoisseur, you know, that's not the Isle of Seren, that's just Adol, when he's on a ship, that ship goes down.
Surrounding waters as we speak. That being said, I intend to keep us a safe distance from the island.
Adol's like, that's gonna be a problem, fam.
Adol's like, I never met a ship I can't sink.
Approached the island. The sea was calm that day, and ran afoul of nothing. Yet I heard it was pulled under all the same. Grecian mythology speaks of monsters called sailors,
The Grecian.
which lure ships to their doom. The pirates who first discovered that island declared it cursed ground.
Oh boy, we get
named
pirates. This game really has everything I love.
It does.
It has adventuring,
No one
swordplay,
alive knows the answer to that
monsters, sea monsters, pirates.
Ghosts.
The unlucky
Dinosaurs.
ones who set foot on the island were
Oh,
never
some
seen or
good
heard
shit.
from again. Even the saltiest sailors
Captains with a
avoid
slab of
going to sea.
bacon. I mean, everything.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't love bacon? What would you do if I walked upstairs and just had like a strip of bacon?
Cosplay. I'd be
Like
like, all
bangs.
right. That's some nice Captain Barbaros
Approach the
cosplay
island.
you got going on
When
there.
we pass by it, I will let you know. It seems my tale did not but stoke the fires of your adventurous spirit. I share this tale with every new member of my crew. When I first told Cathy, he was so frightened that he refused to leave his quarters. But I see you're made of sterner stuff than he, lad.
We will be polite Adol for now.
I love when Sassy Adol comes
It's
out.
yeah, it's either polite Adol or sassy ass Adol.
Now then, I'm
I almost
sorry
said
to
sassy
keep you
ass
so long.
Adol.
I mean,
A favor
yeah.
to ask of you. I insist
So
on
another
holding a
interesting
small
thing,
welcome
at the time of
whenever
us
new
doing this
passengers come
playthrough,
aboard.
you're currently playing
Once you
Ys
attend
9,
the
but
bus-
also Ys 10 is about to release into Japan.
Yes.
And Ys 10 is about controlling your own ships.
Which is going to be interesting.
So if I crash, that's entirely my
Merely
fault.
being
Or is it just like
cautious
Adol
is
detected?
Every passenger aboard my
It's like,
ship is safe.
Doogie, you might want to take over here.
Speak to Cathy for the details about your assignment. I know you won't let me down.
So one of the nice things about this game is like it has beautiful modern cameras.
Yeah.
That was your initial worry. How's the camera?
Yeah, it was like, am I going to struggle?
What a colorful ensemble.
Yeah.
See, you know all these characters.
do.
Whereas I've seen them,
Captain
so I'm just like,
Barbaros.
what a colorful cast.
I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you for choosing the Lombardia for your seafaring needs. With 4 masts and at 50 melia in length, this vessel is the largest of the passenger ships that voyage between Xandria and Arisia.
On patrol, I'm on patrol. I'm Adol, I'm on patrol.
I feel like Cathy would be SpongeBob.
Yeah. Sounds like someone wants to sell me something. All right, so we have passengers from like all different regions, which is nice because you get little hints of like Roman culture, Africa, Eurasia,
Yeah.
Xandria, and so on and so forth.
Mix and mingle. Bag of Chex Mix.
I don't know, there's a couple characters that would be like, Chex Mix? I paid for this?
I know. A pretzel covered in powdered cheese.
Alright, so there's an autosave feature, which is very nice. Hey, it's a slow start, but an exciting start. Where's
Right.
your sensor of adventure, my boy?
Squidward. I'm Squidward, I'm Squidward.
Squidward, Squidward, Squidward. Okay, so an ongoing, just little issue. It's a me issue. but you'll notice it throughout the playthrough. I will tap in the left control stick. I do this in all the games. So what happens in Ys is it brings up the minimap to like cover half the screen. So it'll happen quite a bit to where I'll hit the button and be like, whoops, and then shrink it back to the minimap. So I'm just letting you know ahead of time
I do that a lot.
Sorry about that, folks. It's better than in Tears of the Kingdom when I'm crouching. Ah, shit! Link's wandering around the battlefield for no good reason! As this giant Lionel just sweeps me off my feet. Okay, so she's from Eurasia. I want to talk to everybody, get to know your secrets. Get to know your backstories.
Foppish.
Indeed, a foppish young man. So how do you feel about the graphics for this game? Because it's very much like a generation behind graphics-wise.
I feel like, I mean, while they are aged, I do still think they are very intricate.
Okay.
And I don't think that they look too aged.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
It does. Like,
So,
I understand
like, you
that,
can tell
clearly
there's
they
smoother.
can look better.
Yeah, you can tell there's smoother animations, but I don't think they look bad.
Right. Whereas for me, I'm just like, this is clearly what the company can do. It's a smaller company, and like I can tell they're pulling out all stops to make the best product that they can.
But even with like the costumes, like how detailed all of the costumes are, the set pieces are so detailed. Like there's wood grain on the paneling.
Yeah.
Like,
well, this is the first fully 3D Ys game. Because Ys 7 was like kind of like pseudo top-down, similar to A Link Between Link's Awakening.
Okay.
And Ys Origin, as you've seen, is very much like top-down, kind of they're sprites mixed with models.
Right.
This one is the first like full 3D. So granted, it's just like, hey, we're 5 years late to everyone else. It's new to them.
Yeah. But I mean, like, all of the detail, I think, makes up for, I don't know why I said for like that, but it makes up for, like, the modeling, I guess.
Yes.
So now to start stirring the pot of some controversy. What did this game succeed in doing in the opening that the last story failed to do?
I think
that allowed you to enjoy it and continue.
So I think it's like we're on a ship, and almost immediately, she is a redhead, sir.
Is she?
Yes.
I believe the term is blonde, like a dirty blonde.
No,
because he's a redhead.
She also would be considered
he's
a
the
redhead.
Crimson boy. Would she?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, shame on
That
you.
is blonde.
That's blonde. Okay.
I was like, she's not blonde! Sorry, that was unnecessary. But I think because almost immediately we have the conversation between Dogi and Adol about going on an adventure and how there's never a dull moment and how exciting this is, and you know, they get to be fed and get paid and get to where they're going, like, and how exciting that is. So it starts off
more optimistic. Is that what's
not only that, but the mood opening is excitement.
Okay.
So like the characters are excited, whereas
Except
in the
for
last,
this guy.
the suspicious looking guy. He's also wearing purple.
Oh yeah. Hey, translation team, you didn't really do a good job here. Oh, the hat is black. He's a man in black.
But like it starts out, the characters are excited, whereas in the last story, there's like the apprehension there, and it's like, follow me because I tell you to.
Yeah.
Like they're not excited. It's not like
it's just another day, another job.
Yeah. And while that can work if there's something else to hook you.
Okay.
But then almost immediately after that, you talk to the captain about this mysterious island. And you know that's where you're going. It's not going to be a shocker. But, like, and now all of a sudden there's someone on the ship you have to find. Like, it's immediately one thing after
Immediate
another.
intrigue.
And it's
Okay.
like, they're not big, massive things in the game, but it's giving you a direction to go, and it's getting the ball rolling,
I
even if
got
it's
you.
a slow roll.
Okay.
Whereas I feel like in the last story, they were just holding the ball for a really long time before they started to roll it.
Okay. They were rolling the ball like that barrel.
Like the barrel in the back. I was just... a lot of, like, I feel like they were setting it up for the mystery. But it didn't, for me, it didn't work as well because there was no hook.
Okay. All right, next question. Because this video you didn't do a first impressions on, but Trials of Mana you did. When was the point when this game exceeded Trials of Mana for you? Because you very much enjoyed Trials of Mana. Even if it's just like by a little bit, because for me it's like I still really like Trials of Mana.
I do also
By the
still
way,
really like Trials
that
of Mana.
ranking we did, Ease goes to the top.
Oh yeah, this is hardcore number one. Just
spoilers.
I would say when I opened up the second area.
Okay.
So once we're at our destination of where we're headed, and you open up the second area, I was like, I think I love this game.
Okay, cool. Oh. Oh,
Nighttime.
look at the view. Hey, they got it right. Green-haired man. Simple.
Right?
The wind is getting stronger!
Check our course! Set sail!
Yes.
Sailor. Good. Good job, translation team.
I'm not a sailor, I'm a deckhand.
Get it right. So here's an interesting fun fact. Adol is a silent protagonist, but the actor who does his grunts and shouts is Bryce Papenbrook, who you know as Rin from Blue Exorcist.
Because I played this first, and then we were watching Blue Exorcist, and you were like, that
Amazing
sounds
anime, by the
really
way.
familiar. And I was like, it does kind of sound familiar now that you mention it. And you looked it up, and you were like, no shit, it's Adol. But then every time Ren would scream in the anime, I just heard Adol falling off a cliff, and I'm
Yep.
like, oh no!
And we mentioned this in the Link's Awakening playthrough. Adol and Link would be good buddies.
Oh my god.
The same way
They would
Donna
be.
and Zelda would be just like, girl, best friends.
I feel like Donna and Zelda would be like inseparable BFFs.
Yes.
But
Because
I
they're
feel
so
like
obsessed with studies.
yes, and knowledge and learning, and they're just nerdy.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Link and Adol would very much have like a big brother, little brother,
Mm-hmm.
where Adol would be the big brother, even though Link's older.
Yes.
Adol would definitely be the big brother that's like, whoa man, take it easy, like you're gonna get hurt, just calm down. And Link would be like, never! And like snowboarding on like the skulls of his enemies, like
Adol would wreck the ship. Link would be like, I can fix this.
I know.
He just puts the pieces together and we're sailing. Adol's like, this shouldn't be practical. Hey!
And he's like, how does this work? And Link is just like, ah!
Alrighty, so we spoke to everyone. Now we just have to find Dogi and then the captain. And then we can progress the story.
Yay!
So one thing that's kind of a bummer is, unlike Trials of Mana and Breath of the Wild, you don't get enough time to really read those tips or those character backstories. They flash, and I'm just like, wait, that seemed kind of helpful.
Yeah.
The reason those existed
Damn
in the
you,
first
quick
place,
load times!
Yeah. The reason those existed in the first place was invented by Dark Souls, and that was because they wanted to mask the intense load time because it was such a detail-heavy game,
Right,
but with helpful information without padding you down with tutorials.
right.
So when you die, because you die a lot in
I
Dark Souls.
100,000% prefer this way of like during load times or like as you're playing instead of how unfortunately the last story kind of stops the game, stops
Yeah.
the flow of the game, and gives you a tutorial that you practice and then restart the game.
Yeah.
I think that for just pacing, it's frustrating to have to stop and constantly be learning something new.
Adol showing a little bit of his paranoia. Everyone's a suspect.
I didn't expect myself. It's the perfect crime.
Little does Adol know what the premise of Ys 9 would be.
Dum, dum, dum. So yeah, you have yet to finish Ys 9, but I'm booking through Ys 8.
Yeah.
So once I'm done with Ys 8, I might just go right into Ys 9 and be like, come on, honey, let's put a fire on that ass.
Well, I haven't been playing.
I'm a-coming.
I haven't been playing because you were playing Zelda.
Yeah.
And I know how excited you were for that, and I don't want to be like, hey, can I play Ys?
I think we're at a nice enough point where it's just like, I want to pan out the rest of the map
I feel
and then
like
finish the game.
You went from hard playing Zelda to now it's a little bit more casual of like,
Yes.
yeah, I'm going to play Zelda today.
Mhm.
Where it's not like, I have to play this game right now.
So now is probably the best time to continue Ys 9.
I would make sure for tomorrow that the Switch is nice and charged up because they're expecting power outages.
Oh, alright.
So, because it's going to be so hot and we're
Yeah.
supposed to have thunderstorms.
Oh. Huh? I think we hit a reef.
Iceberg!
What's happening?
See, I was going Pirates of the Caribbean, you went full on Titanic.
Godzilla.
It's Godzilla!
We're in open waters. Assess the situation at once.
Aye, aye, sir.
Yeah, for anyone watching that has like extreme storm anxiety, something that has helped me a lot that we just recently discovered with a big storm we had and the power went out is distracting myself with the Switch.
Yep. And you played Dr. Mario, and he's like, I
I
can feel
did.
your anxiety.
I played Dr. Mario for like 3 hours. You were sawing logs. I'm over here like counting my breaths as I'm trying to defeat viruses.
No, I was glad it worked. All right. Oh, someone unleashed the Kraken.
What is that thing?
It just wanted a hug.
At this rate, the ship will be
I'm gonna take this ship and go home. He's mine now.
I'm
I'm gonna go down and play with my Barbie dolls.
Oh my god, I just flashed back to that video I showed you of like, hi Barbie! Hi Ken! And then they have the real people.
Uh-huh.
I'd love to, but my leg is broken. What?
All right. This is our first boss, Tentacle of the Unknown. And this is where we're gonna get our battle tutorial.
Take this.
That is a terrible way to throw a sword, Dogi. Just slices Adol in half.
The Isios Blade. So yeah, the combat here is fast-paced, adrenaline rush, really cool. The boss theme is cool as shit as well.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm not gonna lie, if I could find somewhere that like teaches sword fighting, I would want to take the classes.
If you want to practice little spars. Well,
Like I know it would be like
Unfortunately-
with wood swords and
Yeah.
you know safe things,
and as
but
flashy as it is,
I
a
just
lot
think
of
it would be-
Adol's swordplay is unpractical.
oh yeah, like you should never spin.
Yeah, don't spin. Only spin if you're going towards the direction of the blade. Whoop!
Or else you leave your back exposed.
Well, same with the dodge roll.
Yeah.
Like, it's effective for a video game mechanic, but in real life, it's just like, no, you might not want to.
Yeah.
Nobody can somersault that quick.
Well, it's also like you would never put a sword like that in a sheath on your back.
Right.
Unless it was not meant to be drawn in that moment.
Exactly. You want to have it to the side.
Because your arms just aren't long enough to pull a long sword off your back.
Mm-hmm.
You're a YouTube person. Taught us.
Shadiversity. Yep.
I like them.
He knows his stuff.
You showed me them whenever, like, the Mandalorian was having a lot of shit for having
boob armor.
The boob armor.
Yep.
And I
just dazed a tentacle.
the tentacle's like, oh. I mean, have you ever sat on your hand till it fell asleep?
That's probably
I'm sure that's
happened.
what that tentacle feels like right now. It's like, I feel like static.
It's probably the equivalent to when you sleep on your arm.
Oh,
and you're
that's
just
the
like,
worst.
uh-oh.
And then your hand is dead, and you're
It's
just like,
like
oh, God.
flopping around.
Alrighty.
Everyone's just like, ooh, this guy knows his swords.
So dashing.
That was amazing.
Adol's just
Meanwhile,
like,
the nun's like, I'll pray for you.
I know.
Nice work. You can always count on you, Adol. What was that thing
Oh,
anyway?
he uses swords play.
Looked like a
I'll pray
tentacle
for
from
him.
some kind of giant split.
I'm gonna start telling people I'm gonna do a sacrifice for you.
Oh, God. Uh-oh. Something's going on.
Look at Dougie's
We're going to find out in the next episode. What's wrong, Dougie? There's something really bad behind me, isn't there? See you all in some more of Yees.
Toodles.